When it comes to adding amplifiers to your Jeep Wrangler JL or Gladiator JT, you are going to need to add a fuse on the power wires for that system. Now, finding the perfect spot to mount a fuse can be a challenge. We don't want to have to drill any new holes in the vehicle, and we want the mount to be good and strong so that we don't have to deal with any wires moving. I'm Mark from the YouTube channel CarAudioFabrication, here today on behalf of JL Audio. I'm here to show you the JL Audio Fuse Holder Bracket that is made specifically for these vehicles and is the perfect solution for this installation. We're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to give you some of my first impressions on this bracket, and we're going to do an installation step by step. Let's get a first look here at the fuse holder bracket itself. Included is the bracket assembly, instructions, warranty card, stickers, and mounting hardware. Some of my initial first impressions of the fuse holder bracket here is all the corners are nice and rounded. There's no sharp edges, so it has a refined feel. It is definitely nice, thick steel material, plenty strong. And I also noticed right away that they added these pieces on the back side here just to give that thread a little bit more depth. That way we know our machine fastener has plenty of hold. For our installation, I'm going to be using the JL Audio XB-MFBU-ANL fuse block. These fuse blocks match up with these mounting holes. For installation of the fuse holder bracket, we only need a Phillips head screwdriver and a 10mm socket. To get this process underway, we can first take a look at step 1 here of the included color manual. The nice thing about these fuse blocks is we can configure them for the wiring path direction. So we want one wire to come in here, but we don't want the wire going out to our amplifiers into the cabin. We don't want it coming out straight here. We actually want it to go this direction. To configure these, we first remove the cover, we remove these pieces, and then we flip the device over, and we're going to use a pick or a small screwdriver in order to remove this rubber pad. This gives us access to a Phillips head screw that we can remove. With this screw removed, I can now freely rotate this piece as need be in order to orient where the wire will connect. Now remember, I want the wire to come in from this side here, but an important detail you're going to want to pay attention to is see this set screw right here that allows you to crimp down and tighten on the wire. I don't recommend having it facing out like that. I actually recommend that you have it facing in. The reason for this is when we go to mount the fuse block onto the bracket, we want to make sure that we have access to that Allen head bolt so that we can tighten it onto the wire. If we do it like this, you can see that we can easily tighten onto the wire, whereas if this is the other way around, you can no longer get your Allen wrench in there to tighten down. So now that I have this in the correct orientation, I can reapply this mounting screw. And don't forget to add that piece of rubber back in place. With this reattached, I can reapply these plastic guide pieces in the correct orientation. Next, I'll take these two machine fasteners that come with the fuse holder bracket, and we're going to attach the fuse holder in place. If you were only running one power wire, you could now move on to the next step, but in my case, I'm doing 2 different power wires, so I need to attach this second fuse block. So I'm going to repeat those previous steps. There we have it, got that second fuse block mounted, so now we can head on over to the vehicle. The fuse holder bracket will be mounted in this location here near the OEM battery and OEM fuses. We first need to remove these 2 nuts using a 10mm socket. Installation from here is extremely easy. We locate the fuse block holder on top of those studs and then reapply the factory nuts. This gives us a nice strong and robust mounting solution for our aftermarket fuse holders that looks OEM. The next step is to secure all of our power wiring to the fuse blocks. Once the wiring is completely connected and installed with the amplifiers inside the vehicle, we can then add the fuses to our fuse blocks and make the final connection at the positive battery terminal. Along with the JL Audio fuse mounting bracket, JL Audio also makes amplifier mounting brackets and the Stealthbox subwoofer enclosure, all of which are made to perfectly fit this vehicle platform. To see more, be sure to check out the other JL Audio Help Center videos, and you can learn more at the links on this video's page. On behalf of JL Audio, thank you for watching.